Hey everyone, and welcome back to our Rifle Spear playthrough. Of course, I'm Fox with Foxeo Plays on my Let's Play channel. This is Bloodborne, and this is episode 12. When last we left off, we were running around here doing something somewhere, trying to get through the Forbidden Woods. This would be an excellent shortcut right here. Unfortunately, it's a shortcut that kills you. Now, I hope I'm going forward. It's been a little while since I played this. I haven't been feeling well again, but I'm kind of, sort of back, maybe, a little bit. Okay. One thing I want to do for some future playthroughs of games is to write down some bullet point notes for things to talk about, but in this case I don't have them. I'm not going to. Let's just deal with it. Forbidden Woods, not my favorite area in the game. I don't have any passionate reason to dislike it. I just find it to be a so-so area of the game. You know, you have those areas of the Souls games and Souls-like games. Let me cover one thing real quick here, and I know this won't settle all the stuff in the comments section if people make comments, but I'm going to refer to Bloodborne as a Souls game or as a Souls series game. For me, it's not the most important part of being a Souls-like game or being part of the Souls spiritual franchise is not actually the Souls title. Someone very intelligently pointed out that actually originally Dark Souls wasn't even going to carry the Souls title. So had they named it something else, would it have mattered? I mean, let's say Dark Souls hadn't been named Dark Souls. Let's say they had named it Cursed Darkness, or I don't know, something else, you know? Would it have really mattered in the big picture, in the big scheme of things? In the scheme of things, would it have changed anything? And of course the answer is no, it wouldn't have. So what's in a name? A rose by any other name? That's kind of my philosophy when it comes to Bloodborne. Don't really care that it doesn't bear the Souls title. It's clearly part of the Souls spiritual franchise for more reasons than one. And the good news is I know I'm moving forward in one way or another because I'm picking up items that are lying on the ground, and I obviously would have picked them up had I been through here before. This boss that's coming up, as I mentioned in the last episode of the playthrough, is actually what I kind of like. It's balanced in such a way where it doesn't feel completely unfair. And although it's a bit of a... Gosh darn it. I think that's the first time I've ever been hit by one of the little snake dudes. Although it's a bit of a gank fest because it's 3-on-1, I don't really mind. I feel like they set that the arena up, the boss arena. That's what I call it. The area where you fight a boss is the boss arena. They set it up so that there's a couple spots where you can hide behind cover. And if you draw out the fastest melee attacker and then get behind cover to dodge from the fireball throwing ranged attacker, then you're really in a much better position. And the fact that the game gives you that option to hide behind something to dodge the ranged attacker is pretty good. It means they thought it through a little more than just throwing 3 enemies at you or three bosses at you. Gosh darn it. There we go. Almost stacked the poison, but not quite. Open sesame. Nope. Nice try though. I need to find where that hidden path is, where you can open up an illusory wall. It's somewhere in the game, but I don't know where. My assumption is, based on the fact that I didn't recognize where the player was when I saw another player in a video do it, open up an illusory wall, I'm assuming it's probably in one of like the Chalice dungeons, because I didn't recognize the area. And I haven't been through all the challenge dungeons, just because I've heard bad things about them. I've heard they use a lot of that, you know, Tanimura, Dark Souls 2, B-Team style, throw tons and tons and tons of really hard enemies at you, and then just basically give you, put you at a really, really bad disadvantage. Which, of course, you know, of course that's going to make for a difficult fight, but difficulty, you know, we've had this discussion before, and it's worth having again, I think. Difficulty doesn't necessarily mean fun. Difficulty doesn't necessarily mean not fun, but it doesn't necessarily mean fun. And I think Miyazaki had it best when he talked about how he wanted the Souls games to give it to be rewarding. He didn't want them first and foremost to be difficult. That wasn't the primary goal. It wasn't, hey, how can we make this difficult? It was, how can we make this rewarding? And I think that's a much better question to ask yourself when you're building a Souls game. How can I make this encounter rewarding? And for me, I would change up the language and even say, how can I make this a challenging and rewarding encounter? Look at all those things down there. Okay, you see how far away I was when he got me? That is a cheap shot. Come on. Really? Really, dude? Why you gotta be so rude? I heard a song on the radio the other day like that, so I thought, whatever. I'll use some song lyrics from popular songs. I pretty much never listen to the radio. Like, if I forget all of the CDs from my car... Yeah, my car still uses CDs, guys. If I forget CDs from my car, sometimes I pretty much just listen to NPR or something because I just typically don't... Oh, come now. So not fairs. Oh, I like that. That's fairs. So fairs. Oh, the other thing is never ever go into an R1 with your rifle spear like I just did into a tough enemy like this that you know you're not going to kill and drain all your stamina in the process, because had he tried to immediately strike at me after I finished that R2 attack, I would have had no stamina to get out of the way. And that's not good. That's one of the lessons you learn about the Souls games. Always, always, always hang on to a little bit of stamina, particularly if you're up against tough enemies like bosses. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, we made it. I'm gonna wait for my poison meter to drop a bit, just so I can take one more hit before being poisoned, because I just need to hit him once, and I want to be able to take another hit of his poison spit. I want to be able to take another hit of his poison spit. They give you some gemstones in some twin bloodstone shards, which are good, because this is a point in the game in which you would need those, or at least want those if you don't already have them. Yoink. Oh, I forgot to... See, it's best to bum rush those guys and see if you can get a backstab off on them before they're able to do their transformation. They're so much easier to kill that way. Oh, shoot. I was holding down the button for my charged R2 attack, but I guess it didn't register. I held it down too soon after doing the plunge attack. Just a little tidbit for those that don't know. If you never had a PlayStation 3 or never bothered playing Demon Souls, and holy crap, guys, why would you not play Demon Souls if you have a PlayStation 3? Then it's interesting to note that Demon Souls does not feature the plunge attack. That's something they added in Dark Souls, and it's been in the series ever since, which I think is a great, great tool, especially if you've got a player in PvP that's trying to run away from you. One great thing to do is wait until, like, say there's a spot where they jump down. When they jump down, you go ahead and jump down after them, and then do a... Oh, I don't know why that... I thought I could make that. And then jump down after them and do a plunge attack in the process. That door back up there that was closed, that's actually a shortcut. I forgot that we open it from the other way, not the way I was standing on. Poisoned. No problem. We got the antidote. This game uses what's called slow poison and fast poison, which are basically the equivalent of Dark Souls, poison, and toxic. I don't like the idea of labeling it poison, slow poison, fast poison. Just, you know, if you... Oh my gosh, I don't want that guy behind me. That is one guy you do not want behind you. Get him, get him, get him, get him. I knew that. I knew that was going to fall just barely short of striking him. It can take a long time to completely clear out this area and get all the items that there are to get. Especially with all these little serpent dudes hidden up in the brush, in the shrubs. We're not going to jump down there. Oh, there's an item. But, of course, you should expect there to be lots of little snakies hidden around it. These little guys, because they're so easy to kill, I guess the logic was have their drop rate for anything be really, really rare. You're highly unlikely to get anything from killing them. And now we're fully stocked on blood vials again. Fully stocked in our storage, fully stocked on our person. It's a good feeling to be fully stocked all around. Oh, that snake dude already did his transformation. That sucks. You can hear one of the boars wandering around. You definitely don't want to try to tackle a boar while tackling a snake dude. That would not be good. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Move forward. Oh, we got him, we got him. Okay, good. Let me see if I can line these guys up to hit both at once. There we go. Well, if we're unable to acquire more, let's go ahead and use what we got and then grab one. I'm going to see if I can sneak up behind that guy and hit him. I'm kind of getting nervous and wondering, was there a way to open up that shortcut back there that I missed? I hate not opening up shortcuts, especially if you end up dying. What? How did he see me like last minute like that? Well, I mean, we're full on everything. We're even full on blood bullets, so no go there. I don't know if I've ever gone across this little trunk bridge thingy. So whatever's over here I may not have picked up in my first playthrough. Yes, indeed, I did not pick this up on my first playthrough. So I wonder what those look like. And it looks like it was missing the headpiece. Yeah. It didn't have a headpiece. So it either doesn't have one or you pick it up elsewhere. Not really. A lot of the armor sets in this game, quite simply, just look drab and kind of dull and boring and, you know, mostly uninteresting, unfortunately. The charred set. What goes with the charred set? I kind of like how this one looks, but I don't know which helmet's supposed to go with it. Probably not that one, and probably not that one. Yeah, not those two. Could be one of these. I guess I can equip whatever I want. How about that? So, as people keep asking me, yes, I am going to be releasing a review of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. You guys can take a wild guess what my opinion of that game is going to be. And I'm kind of proud of myself, because I did a good job keeping my opinion of Bloodborne pretty secret until I released the review. Because I think a lot of people were expecting me to lay into the game and really rip it a new one and talk about how it was just the wrong direction and Miyazaki has completely lost his edge entirely, and I'm giving up on the Souls series, or, you know, something like that, but obviously that's not how it worked out. I do think in some regards, Miyazaki wasn't quite, I mean, he still doesn't seem like he's all there in how he put together this game. There's some parts of it that are a little bit too much like Dark Souls 2 for my tastes. Some ambush encounters, some absurdly difficult enemies that just are more difficult than they need to be, or should be, or have any right to be. Madman's Knowledge. I usually save up quite a lot of it. Oh yeah, I remember this area because I don't use them very often. Oh, see, that's one of the limitations of the rifle spear. Dead center right in front of the guy, and you kind of like attack around them. Okay, those guys right there are very, 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 very tricky. And there's two side by side, which is kind of stupid. One is good enough. Having two is Dark Souls 2 style overkill. Not sure if pistol's gonna help us with these guys. Oh, they're already facing us. Darn it! Fortunately, they die quick, so that takes care of that. I made that look much easier than it usually is when you first encounter those guys. They can hit pretty fast, pretty hard, with ranged attacks. So that's a recipe for disaster. Oh, I'm not gonna hit him. I don't know why I thought I was. Let's try that again. He's dead, so I'm not gonna bother going for the backstab. You can backstab enemies even after they're dead. Somebody explained why they think they left that into the game. I forgot why. But the good news is you can backstab them and continue to get health back from the regen effect. If that's the way you want to go about it. All of that for a madman's knowledge? Seems kind of lame to me. What I desperately, desperately want is to open up all the shortcuts right now. I want the shortcuts open so that I can get to the boss as quickly as possible. Oh, that's not... Okay. Just seeing if that was like a secret little pathway leading up. That would have been a good spot to hide a illusory wall. A very good spot. Arcane Blood Gemstone. Alright, well, I think we finished with this little deviation from the normal path. We'll encounter another boar through here, which is a pain in the butt. I'm trying to see if this is flammable. I don't think it is, because I'm not seeing it being highlighted in multiple rainbow colors like normally you would see in oil. That's the case where you could take your real life skill and bring it into the game. Knowing when you look down at like a murky looking liquid and it has that sort of rainbow reflectiveness quality to it, that's when you know it's probably flammable. It's probably got oil or gasoline or some petroleum based product in it. Do you see him take that pot shot at me? What a punk. Took a pot shot at me from around the corner. Watch me turn out to have just gone all the way back to where I just was. That would suck. I imagine I'm not the only person that's ever done that in a Souls game. Or in a Souls-like game. Aha! Look at that, guys. Now we've opened up this shortcut. So, that allows us to skip a whole bunch. That's cool. That's very cool. That's more than very cool. That's very exceptionally super cool. Superstar cool. Superstar shining star. Okay, I'll quit. I apologize, guys. You're like, oh yeah, Fox. That Fox guy, he's running out of stuff to talk about in his playthroughs. Now he's not making any sense. I like the little firefly dudes flying around. Oh, oh, oh. It's an item. It's probably just a... Hang on. Ah, Twin Bloodstone Shards. See, what I recommend is even though you can get a lot of them from your playthrough, if you're pretty good and you feel comfortable playing through the game, then yeah, just go ahead and let yourself naturally get your upgrade materials. But if you're like me, the moment it becomes possible to start farming the next upgrade material, I usually start farming it. Like, I want to get my weapon upgraded ASAP. Oh, I don't know if you noticed that, but this game does have some texture pop in. Fortunately, it happens very quickly, so you don't always even notice it when it happens, which is good. But there is some texture popping in this game. And for those that don't know, texture popping is... it's really easy to see texture popping during segments like, say, for example, in Oblivion. If you're playing Oblivion on the Xbox 360 or PS3, and you're going through a wide open field where you can see, like, miles ahead, and you see, like, trees start to just kind of pop up, like, boom, 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 there's trees popping up as you get close. That's texture popping. Well, I've heard some people... Okay, let me say this before I get possibly corrected. I've heard some people explain that texture popping is actually when some untextured item or something that has a lower resolution texture receives its full resolution texture as you get closer, which that's a strategy that some developers use to try to make it easier to render stuff in the background. Basically, if something's way off in the distance, they render it but at a lower resolution than it would normally be rendered. Or with a lower resolution, simpler texture pack or texture. So then as you get closer, boom, it brings in the more complex, nicer looking texture. And that is my cell phone, which I'm now going to check. Okay. And this right here, these kind of areas are absolutely perfect for confusing Fox and making Fox get turned completely around. If you want to see Fox get lost, hopelessly lost, make an area like this in your game. Notice that I still got 2 more healing swings as they were dying. I know I point that out all the time, but I've never had anyone else point that out that I'm aware of. Like, I've been watching a bunch of streams and playthroughs. I've never seen anyone point out that you can continue to swing at dying enemies and continue to regen your health. I'm not sure if that's intentional or if it's just part of the game as sort of an unintended little glitch. There are quite a lot of unintended glitches in these games. I have heard that FromSoft has finally, over a year later, fixed the 60 FPS durability glitch in Dark Souls 2. Fortunately, it didn't really affect console players, but it affected PC players. But now that they brought it to the Xbox One and PS4 and it plays 60 FPS on those systems, they finally decided to fix it. That's where your durability drained super fast just because you had a higher frame rate. Which, of course, is not cool. Yeah, I'm just going backwards, aren't I? Fox, pull out the guide. Well, at least I found something else that I didn't have before. What's that? Let's go down there. Let's go down there. Let's see what that is. All of this, unless I say otherwise, is, of course, live commentary. But the problem with live commentary is, as I mentioned before, sometimes it's easy to forget what you're talking about. Oh, I just realized that I went completely in a circle all the way back to the beginning. But look what I can do, guys. Just run across to the shortcut I already opened up. This will be quicker than trying to go and walk all the way back. I just finished baking my very beloved banana oatmeal cookies. They're not really cookies in the traditional sense, but basically they're super healthy treat that you can take and even eat as sort of a small snack lunch. I take them to work a lot and just kind of eat them as my my dinner at work because they don't need to be refrigerated. But basically you take a couple bananas and you just mash them up until they form kind of like a little liquidy goo or whatever. Then you take some oatmeal, and it depends on the consistency you're looking for. You blend the oatmeal in a food processor until it takes the texture of like a flour. So it's essentially oatmeal flour. You mix that in with the bananas, and then you can mix in other things to taste, like maybe some vanilla extract, cinnamon, walnuts, pecan pieces, dark chocolate chips, because dark chocolate's better for you. In this case, I put in a little cinnamon, walnuts, and dark chocolate chips, mix it all in there. Put it on a cookie sheet, like in the sort of in the shape of like a cookie. Bake it for 10 to 15 minutes, and boom, it's pretty much a super healthy snack for you. It's oatmeal, it's bananas, and the only thing unhealthy about it is that there's a little bit of processed sugar in the dark chocolate bits, but very little, not enough to worry about. So I'm now sufficiently confused as to where I'm supposed to go. What if I jump down here, go in here, and then go another path, like right here? Is this it? Is this the way I just came from? Here, okay. This should be it, I think. Okay, so you come this way, and you can go either right or left. We've gone the left path, which is also the shortcut. Let's go the right path. Aha! Here we go. I found that pretty quick. See, this is where cameras can start wigging out big time. Alright. Don't see me like you did last time. That was so cheap. What the heck? What is this with the guy seeing me right before I can hit him? That's so stupid. Unable to acquire. Yep. Oh, let's do this. There we go. So dumb. Why you gotta be like that, man? Can't see. There we go. Ow. And I think these guys are weak to fire if you want to go... Gosh darn it. Jeez. Want to go that route. Blood vial. Unable to acquire more. Already full again. Dissipating lake. I swear that just phased right through him. Yeah, see? You can't necessarily spam this guy to death, otherwise he will actually recover with enough time to hit you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Piggy done seen us. Uh-oh. There we go. I didn't see him there. Nobody invited you here, buddy. Get out of here. Alright, what? The piggy only dropped one blood vial? Okay, whatever. Alright, let's make sure we get the other shortcut opened. Basically, to get from the closest lamp to the boss, I think you have to go through 1, 2, 3 shortcuts. You have to open up 3 shortcuts to get there. Which is interesting, because usually to get from you know, your bonfire or lamp or whatever it's called to a boss, you usually only go through 1 shortcut. But hey, why not? Oh, shoot. Okay, that's the boss chamber right there, if I'm not mistaken. We got to make sure we opened up the other shortcut first, just in case. I don't plan on dying here, but it's so much easier if we open the shortcut. And boom, there it is. Remember we were on the other side of this? Let's go ahead and use our echoes while we have them. Or should we? Actually, that's where you can jump down. So the shortcut is much easier going to the boss than coming back from. We can still get up there, but you can jump down and make it a lot faster. Yeah, let's not bother. I don't want to bother. I could use a bold hunter's mark, but I don't plan on dying. Famous last words. So that should be all 3 shortcuts opened up to get from the lamp to the boss. And all that will really stand between us, I believe, is one of those snake dudes. But you can run past him. So it's nice when you can just make a beeline straight for the boss and don't have to worry about anything. Okay, what I'm going to do is turn on... Let's see. Where is it? Camera auto adjust. This eliminates that bug. Well, actually, you know what? I think they already fixed the bug where you go through the fog wall and it wigs out and like has a frame rate of 2 frames per second or something. Let's leave it off and find out if it is fixed. Shall we, guys? So here we go. Well, usually it doesn't happen on your first entrance. That's right. It happens on your second entrance because we're not actually progressing through the fog wall right now. See, here's what you can do. Get back here and then tackle this guy. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? What just happened there? I guess I got stuck on something, huh? Yeah, this guy's... The fireballs he throws out are pretty quick. Like, they move pretty fast, so you gotta be careful. Oh, no. I heard the ding of my power-up charge, so he shouldn't have been able to knock me out of that. That was not fair. I'm not doing as much damage to this guy as I thought I would, so this might take a minute. Oh, come now! I'm supposed to have my hyper armor. What a bunch of BS. Oh, I didn't realize how close he was. Yeah, these little fire things can even curve around corners to come get you. Which is kind of cheap, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. Oh, double hit. I love it. I love double hits. Oh, no. Bad me. I don't have stamina. Ooh. It worked out in the end somehow. Uh-oh, here they go. Going into their snake form. They get tougher now. But we got one gone. This guy's almost gone. We're just I'm trying to keep a physical obstruction between me and the fire shooting dude. Oh, that's not a good enough obstruction from an angle. Okay, here we go. I think we got this. Yeah. Now, the other guy, he can do some massive damage now with with these things. Yeah, see? Which are super, super cheap. But I guess the secret is to stay up on him. And don't let him summon those dudes. Let me go and do this. I learned this technique from, I think it was Epic Name Bro. There we go. No probs. Blood Rapture Rune. No probs. That's short for problems. So you can see how the boss arena here is set up fairly well. This is where you can also put an object between you and one of the three of them to get them sort of tripped up or whatnot. These won't, of course, protect you from the fire shooting dude, but this big giant tombstone thing will, which is cool. I love how low resolution the writing on that is. It looks terrible. It's like Nintendo 64 resolution. And back we go to do what we need to do with the Hunter's Dream with the Rifle Spear playthrough. So fortunately, because we are already partially through the Forbidden Woods, we're not done with the playthrough yet. We're at about 32 minutes. And I'm trying to keep these more to 40 to 45 rather than 45 to 50. Because I noticed what was happening was they were ending up being about 50 to 55 and taking a little longer than I had hoped. Before leveling, let's always make sure we've got everything fully upgraded. Before that, let's do this. Okay, so we need chunks for everything. So that means we're not doing anything till we get some chunks. We got some new runes, so let's make sure we have the most useful stuff. Higher Blood Vial Max, that's the one I want to replace. Raises stamina, boom, that's the one right there, guys. Visceral tracks grant more blood echoes. Nah, don't really want that. Let's see, how about raises HP? Yes, there we go. And then I'll keep the acquire more blood echoes. Alright, well that works for me. Let's go ahead and make sure we got all the gems in place and repairs done that need to be done. Never had to repair a left-hand weapon, ever. So let's make sure we have the best gems possible in our primary. Yeah, best gem there. Let's see about the, oh, that one's just all around better. We'll take that. And then for this one, hang on. That gives us a little better thrust, but we take quite a loss in the other two. That is not worth it. Even though most of our attacks with this weapon are going to be thrust attacks. Nothing there. Okay. And then secondarily, we'll make sure we have the best of the best gems for our pistol. And we do. That's it. And we already repaired? Yep. Okay. I kind of like this armor set. Not bad.
Well, what?
Let's level up. I usually don't touch Blood Tinge and Arcane a whole lot. That does the same there. 2 and then 1, 2 and then 1, but it also gets our right hand weapon 2 attack. Let's make that an even 30. Let's just pump it all into Vitality. Get some more health. At least they stuck with the term Vitality this time instead of renaming it Vigor and then making Vitality something else, which I just thought was really stupid. See if anything else is unlocked for us. Nothing in that regard. And nothing there either. Okay. And then, of course, we can check with the little bath up here that requires the 10 insight. For who knows why. Ashen Hunter, Henrik's Hunter Cap. Okay, so that's where Henrik's set becomes available. That's my favorite set for the most part so far, but we're not going to use it just because I already have. So we might use the set I've got on me right now. We might go ahead and use this set. Although, if there is Charred Hunter Garb, Hunter Garb, Charred Hunter Garb, Hunter Garb. So I imagine the Hunter Hat is what goes with it then. Let me see if there's an alternate version of the hat that they sell that I haven't picked up yet. Yarnum, yeah, it's the Yarnum Hunter Cap, right? That's not the same one I already have, is it? Let me double check. Hunter Hat, no it's not, okay. Let's grab the Yarnum Hunter Cap and see how that looks on it. Yep, that probably does look like it fits a little better, so we'll stick with that. And is there anything else to do here at the moment? Negative. Forbidden Grave. We're almost done with this episode. Episode number 12. Sorry guys that it took so long to get episode 11 out. That was completely not my fault. That was all YouTube. I uploaded it. The upload finished. It said YouTube has started processing. And then it kept hanging on processing, which is happening a lot lately. A lot of people are complaining about it. You know, Angry Joe was complaining about it. Peverson was complaining about it, I believe, on Twitter. It's just happening to everyone, so good news is it's not just me. But then, after hanging on processing for 2 days, it then said, upload failed. Whoa, shoot. It's Baxter, it's a Baxter Scotsman or Scott Baxterman or whatever from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Gotcha. Somebody will correct me on that. Baxter something Baxter. Bad man's knowledge. I haven't popped any of those, have I? Let's just go ahead and pop a bunch of them. You really don't lose insight unless one of the few enemies in the game that can suck it out of you sucks it out of you. Red blood gem. Oh yeah, let's pop these things while we're at it. So that we can get whatever they give us. I don't know of any other use for them. One of them gives us a passive health regen on our weapon. I think it's the Tear Stone. Or the red blood gem, I don't remember. Any more? Old Hunter Bone. No, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and use 15 at the moment. Byrgenwerth. It's been a while since I've been to Byrgenwerth. Never had a real reason to come here after actually completing it in my first playthrough. I don't remember much about it at all. That's probably good, so it's almost like experiencing it again for the first time. Darn it. Gotcha. Those guys are fast. They're tricky fast. Let's go over here and see if we can get anything. Obviously the game is leading you through that gate right there, but I want to see if there's anything good over here. Okay, jeez. Can you give me a chance to do anything? Oh, and Frenzy's gonna kill me afterwards? That's so cheap. Oh, it didn't fully stack though. I got lucky. There we go. After all that trouble, you're not going to give me anything except for some Quicksilver bullets. That's it. How about 3 blood vials? Better be something over here worth coming here for. Yeah, I have almost no recollection of having gone through the Byrgenwerth area, so really not sure what's here and what's going on. Oh, wait a minute. Does this lead me to... No, it doesn't. Never mind. Never mind, I answered my own question. Ah, I remember these tricky dudes. Okay. Alright. Man, they're merciless. Will it pop off? Nope. That frenzy got pretty darn close, but not quite. Come on. Jeez. Some real Tanimura stuff going on right here. Give me some bullets that I don't need. And then, of course, they had that big dude over there from a distance trying to shoot us with fireballs of doom. Come on, let me buy. Let me buy. Let me buy. There we go. Great One's Wisdom. I think that just gives you a whole bunch of insight, right? I'll use it now. Oh, what? That's it? Just gives you 2? Lame. I was hoping for bare minimum 5. Great sound effects in this area, though. Aha! Spamming works when I switch to the one-handed mode. So yeah, now that they're giving you sedatives here, that's a hint that they're going to start going the frenzy direction. So more stuff is going to start stacking frenzy on you. And I believe this is the shortcut. Right, the shortcut that we didn't open from before. Okay. Or couldn't open from before. So now we can get through here the quick way. Busted the sweet roll. Pearl Slug. I don't know if I ever figured out what that was for. It's not there. Material used in a Holy Chalice ritual. Okay. Oh, wait. Is this where the hunter comes from up there? Yes, I think there is a hunter up top. I think there's a hunter that comes from upstairs. And this becomes a hunter battle. Yep. There she is. He slash she slash it slash what? Whatever. What? How did that miss? Okay, I'm clearly just shooting him off and hoping for the best. There we go. Get it eventually. That is one cheap attack right there, by the way. There's one really cheap attack. I seem to have better luck getting the viscerals when I use the pistol versus the rifle spear, because the rifle spear is more of like the blunder. I can't focus on him when he's down in the stairs like that. Got him. Aha. Yes, it is a female. It is a female. Yes, she is a female. See, there's no polite way to say that. You're not supposed to refer to a person as an it, but if you don't know what gender the person is, you can't say she is a female, because the she makes it obvious she's a she. All right. Little thingy here. When the red moon hangs low. Got it. When the red moon hangs low. Check. Affirmative. Alright, before we go up that ladder, let's look and see if there's anything over here. A door. Locked. I should remember that there's a locked door here. And a treasure chest. Well, guys, that is it. Oh, student uniform. Nice. I want to be a student again. It's been a long time since I've been a student. Let's go and hole up right here by the ladder so I know where to go next. Right here. So until next time, my friends, I will see you in the Rifle Spear playthrough episode 13. Later, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Fox with Foxeo Plays. Make sure to subscribe to me here at Foxeo Plays and also at FoxeoGames, my main channel. You can click the FoxeoGames icon at the bottom. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where I love to keep up with people. There's also a Facebook if you'd like to do that. There's also a twitch.tv. Links are all in the description. And if you want to see more of my content, there's 2 videos here you can click on. They're both awesome, so try them both out. I'll see you guys next time.